Alright, here we have drawing exercise number 2, interpenetration and development. We have the same main pipe, which is a square of shape, and then we have a hexagon, but this time it penetrates at a 30-degree angle. Alright, let's start immediately by drawing that and then that. So as the last time, this time we're going to draw a circle, but this time we have a 38. So 38 divided by 2 gives us 19. So we're going to take our ruler and say 19, which is one short of 20, and we draw a circle around that midpoint there. Okay, there we go. You will see that it is very similar like the previous drawing, just that the difference is the angle of penetration. Okay, let's do that, and we're going to draw tangents around it, this way and that way, to get a perfect square there. Right, there we go. And we turn that way, and there we have our square. We have, once again, let's label it as A, B, C and D. Then we're going to take our points up. We take the A point up, the D and the B point up, and then the C point, and we get a nice base here. The height in this drawing is 72, so there's 70, 1, 2, that's my height there. I close it up like that. Then I'm going to darken my bottom first, and then perhaps my top. There we go. And then I'm going to do one side here, one corner of the main pipe, and perhaps this line as well here, but I'm not going to do anything here at this moment because there's something penetrating there. Let's look at that. Right, so what we have here is a hexagon on an angle, same like we have a hexagon here. So there is a very important statement that both axes lie in common vertical plane, which is the center of that and the center of this here, basically what you see there. So we have to draw that there to be able to get this here. So first what we need to do is draw this auxiliary view here, so that we can have some sort of shape coming out here, to have that line, and that line, and that line. This shape here is going to come from that over there. But let's draw this. So the first thing that I'm going to do is create a center there, and then I'm going to use my compass, because there is a 22 side here. So what I can do is I can use a circle method by doing a 22 circle anywhere away here. So I'm going to start there. Let me start there. I'm going to create a point there for me to start. Here's my point. And I'm going to draw a 22 circle like that there. Right, now if you look at my circle, I am going to divide it vertically, so that I have that point on top and this point at the bottom, which is there and there. And then I find that my angle here is going to be 30. So I'm going to do my angle of 30 there, and I'm going to do an angle of 30 here, touching my circumference like that. And then it comes down, and then I can take this up like that there, and then 30 degrees to the other side. Please do not draw in pen. I'm just drawing it because I want you to see clearly what's happening here. And then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then I'm going to draw all my lines so that it's going to penetrate my main pipe here. There we go. That's going to be my points of interpenetration. I can already mark it clearly. Right? And then I need to go to the top and draw the same auxiliary view here on an angle. So what we're going to do is that there's an 18 that gives us a start. So I'm going to measure 18 up, right, 18 there, here's my 18, and then I'm going to draw a 30-degree angle like that for my start, which is going to be here. Now, very importantly, learners, very importantly, this cannot just be taken like that there, because this across here is going to be that distance from there to there. Right? I want to repeat. This distance from here to there is going to be this distance. As I view it from this side, that is my top and this is my bottom. That's my top and this is my bottom. So all I need to do, I don't even have to draw that there. I can measure that, and that is perfectly 39. And I'm going to measure 39 here. One short of 40, there's my 39. And once I have my 39, I can actually draw another line like that there. Right? And halfway is going to be my center of my 39. It is going to be 19 and a half. So 19 and a half is perfectly between 19 and 20. And here I'm going to have my middle. Right, I'm just going to extend this a little further. It says from here to there, it's going to be 36, which I'm going to cut off. 36, there it is. And my angle, if this is 30, I must use a 60 to cut that off like that. So let me darken that while I'm at it. There's it. Darken it there. And then I'm going to darken that there. And that there for now. And then the middle point as well. Right. Now, because this is my top, that is going to be 1 and 2. Right? And if that's my top, this is my bottom, which is going to be 4 and 5, and then my middle, 3 and 6. So that must happen because you're changing views. These are going to be your sides now here, which is 3 and 6 on that side, 1 and 2 on top, and then 4 and 5 at the bottom here. Alright? Then, once you have that, you bring your 1 and 2 down, your 3 and 6 down, and your 4 and 5, and it links up with the points 1 linking up with 1 and 2 there, linking up with 3 and 6, 6 there, 3 here, and then the other 2 will probably be there, and there you have that squashed effect of your hexagon, which is there, and then you connect all the points like that, and like that, and like that, and then you draw it to the interpenetration point, which is there, there, and there, and the last one. And of course, that will be a dash line here, because you can't see that from the top. Right? It should be a dash line there. Maybe in this situation the dash lines are not required, but that is just to show you how the bottom part. Now I can already see that I can darken that line, and I can darken this line here. There are my points of interpenetration. I'm going to take them up. These two are basically going to be in the same line, That's going to be in the same line, and these two are going to be in the same line. Mine is slightly out, but yours is going to be perfect. Okay, let's start here with 1 and 2. If I take 1 and 2, where does 1 and 2 will be there? On the same point. Right, 1 and 2 on the same point. We take 3 and 6. So 3 and 6 on the same point. There's 3 and 6 will be on the same point. And then, of course, 4 and 5 is going to be here as well, with meeting up with 4 and 5 coming like that. So now you connect these points. Right? You connect it there. You connect it there. And you will take it and connect it to the sides, the corners, like that. And there's the interpenetration that you see, half on this side, half here, and half on the other side. That's why they are basically overlapping. And then now, I'm going to pull out this. I haven't done a left view like I did, because that now serves as my left view, right? Because it penetrates from the side here and not from the bottom. So, I'm going to pull this out like I did in the first one, and I'm going to draw a line here, which is that back line, and now I'm going to unfold it starting at 1. So here's my 1 line again. That's number 1. And then I need to have even spaces of 22, which I'm going to measure. 22, there's my 22, because each of these sides equates to 22, so I'm going to say 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back to 1. Let me extend it again. Extend, extend, extend. Okay, there we go. Very quickly. I extended those. Right, now I need to find my main points first, my number points. And I'm going to start at number 1. And I know that I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to go along the slanted one, because that's my true length. This is not my true length here. That's my true length, because this is slanted and that is parallel to my XY line. So I'm going to take number 1 and number 2. There's number 1 and another number 1. And number 2 will be on the same line as well. Number 3 and 6, same length. 6 there, and number 3, same length. And then 4 and 5, same. 5, and then 4, which is there. But we have to look at the corner C here, which is perfectly in the middle of 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. So we're going to find halfway between 1 and 2, which is now 11. 1 and 2, 11 there. Right? And halfway between 5 and 4, which is halfway, 11, 5 and 4. And I'm going to bring that line into consideration there, being halfway between 4 and 5, right, and 1 and 2, and my length will be slightly different. So I go to that point, that is my top point, where my C goes around, or where my bronze goes around C, that's my top point. In between 1 and 2, it will have that length. And in between 4 and 5, it's going to have that length there. Alright, here we go. And now that you have all of that, it's easy for you just to connect the points like that, that, down. I'll take this D-square out of the way and connect all my points like I have it here. Very quickly. and then my base as well, and all my in-betweeners. First those two on the sides, and then all this in the middle here will be your folding points, which you are going to get marks for. Alright, and there's my drawing, which I have. Top view, front view, and my development of my branch.